Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We are live. I'm going to give a few people an opportunity to join us. Um, so we're just going to wait just a few moments, Tanya, and then we're going to get ready to get started.
Okay.
I think this is a first for me. This is the first time I've gone live from my campaign page. I've personally gone live. I'm excited about it. If you are tuning in, tonight we're going to take a moment to acknowledge our educators. And so please, if you are tuning in, share this on your social media platform or send out a group text message. We're only going to be before you just a few moments on this evening. But I believe that tonight is extremely important as we enter into the eve of our children returning to school on tomorrow. And we want to honor the heroes that will be teaching our children each and every day. So happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. If you're just joining us, would you mind sharing this broadcast on your social media channels? We're working through just a few minor logistics. The one thing that you can count on is the inconsistency of technology at times. So give us a few moments as we work on our sound. Are we good, team? Are you good, Tanya?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, good. Did you see that note right there on the side?
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, perfect. Well, again, happy Tuesday. Um, Gonna wait just a few minutes. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in on tonight as we honor our educators on this evening. As we are approaching the eve of our children returning back to school, we want to make sure that we acknowledge those who will be teaching our children this school year. And for many parents, as you know, as we've gone through a year of virtual learning, hello, we have a um, let's say we have a greater appreciation for our educators. Tanya, can you imagine what we would have been like had we had to teach our kids during virtual learning this past
Mm.
year?
it was a job.
Listen, God gives his greatest test to his strongest soldiers. Yes. Well, we do not want to be before you long on this evening, so we'll go ahead and get started. As you know, this will live on my campaign page for some time. So if you know someone that would have been enriched and encouraged by what we're going to share tonight, again, please make sure that you share this. My name is Nakia R. Wright. I am a candidate running for County Council in District 6, and my platform is very simple. I focus on family, jobs, and focusing on our future. And under family, one of the things that is extremely crucial to the families is our children, their development, their future. And I want to make sure that the people who is having the opportunity to pour into our children every single day, that you are our heroes walking in the midst of us. And I wanted to personally not only thank you, but to honor you and acknowledge you during a time that we have never lived in before, where many of us have more fears than we have answers, but we're going anyway because we know that life goes on. And we're going anyway because we believe that the future of our children is on the line now. And these are the times that cultivate the minds of our children. And just to know that you have the tenacity, the courage, and the wherewithal to go into the school building to teach our future leaders, I today want to personally thank you. I've partnered with some wonderful organizations who felt my passion and felt what it is that I wanted to do. And I want to send a huge shout out to PS Soy Candles. They partner with the Leading the Right Way campaign. I want to send a huge shout out to Lulu, who also partnered with the campaign to bring forward some relaxation self care items that I know will be an absolute instrumental part of your daily lives as a school teacher. I know for myself, I've tried out a few of the products that we're going to be giving you. It's going to be a self care box and everything that you need to offer yourself a self care after a day of dealing with our future leaders. Um, I believe that it's going to be something that is going to be a welcome addition to conclude your day. Some of just one of the things is my absolute personal favorite. I won't go through all the pieces in the box, but there's one thing in there that's called a stick, and it's called Too Blessed to Be Stressed. And it's actually an all essential oil inhaler. And when I tell you it works, I think I inhale that thing like 20 times a day. It's absolutely amazing. And it just balances out your emotions. Again, during a time that we've never lived in before, during a time where we are trying to figure things out, during a time where we do have some fear, but we're going anyway. Having items to help you get through, to lessen the anxiety of the day is extremely vital. And again, I am extremely grateful for all of our educators. I want this moment to let you know that I see you. There's others that see you, and we want to honor you. Prince George's County has approximately, let me make sure I get the number right. We have 208 schools right here in Prince George's County. We are the second largest district in the state of Maryland. And as you know, there are so many people who have so many questions about COVID-19, whether or not there are family members that are wondering whether or not it is safe to send my child back to school. We know that the anxiety levels are extremely high. We also know that vaccinations are very necessary in order for us. We'll never go back to something called normal as we've known it. So now we are adjusting to the new norms of life. What we do know is that vaccinations do not prevent you from catching COVID. What it does is it lessens the chance of hospitalization and death. So if you are still considering whether or not you're going to get vaccinated, one of the things that I'll say to you is no, it does not prevent you from getting breakthrough cases of COVID. But what it does do is lessen your chances of hospitalization and lessen your chances of dying. We need you here to be able to continue the legacy of Prince George's County, of our kids. And in order to do so, myself, Nakia R, Wright, I'm asking you, if you're not vaccinated, to consider it because your life is so extremely vital. And we need you here for our future leaders. During this time again, I'm going to ask everyone listening to extend an extra level of grace. We're going back into the school system with 190 bus drivers needed in order to do everything that we need to do for a successful school year. With this in mind, have grace on getting your kids to school on time and getting them home. The same grace you needed to adapt to virtual learning, I'm going to ask that you extend that same grace to educators and to our school bus drivers. I said this to Tanya prior to us coming on this evening. There has to be a different level of respect for educators after us as parents try to go through virtual learning. I'm just grateful that I was not te- tested with this challenge because I don't know that I would have passed it. So I have to acknowledge the parents who got through virtual learning on last year. I'm giving you a standing ovation
Mhm.
right now because you were absolutely successful Whether you feel like you passed every test or not, you did it. And today we're just acknowledging the fact that you did it. And to the educators that's going into the classrooms tonight, that may, I know that you have something called mixed emotions. You have both excitement, maybe a little anxiety, maybe a little bit of fear. I brought forth a young lady that is a member of my local congregation. She's been around the world. Laughter is one of her ministries, and I said during this time, one thing that I can offer each and every educator who's a listener is something called bounce. Laughter is an excellent medicine. So on this evening, I did invite Tanya to join us to give us a little bit of laughter tonight as we go forward. We are excited about school starting tomorrow and on the pre of one of the biggest days of 21-22 school year, the start, the beginning. I want to introduce to some and present to others the comedian Tanya Lewis. Thank you for joining us tonight, Tanya.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having me. First of all, congratulations for running
Thank you.
for office. That's an exciting. I mean, you already have so many different titles already. Now, in the midst of the pandemic, you gonna come back with somebody else. And you know, when I first heard you was running, I said, Lord, they're gonna be looking at the people at the church now. Lord, we're gonna have to get ourselves together.
Clean
We
up
might
my
have the
social
news crew down
media.
at the church.
Clean up my social media. I'm attached to Nakia. I got to make sure I represent her right.
Yes, I was like, Lord have mercy. But I'm excited. Oh, we are so excited. Now, a lot of these schools, they have already started in like Virginia and a whole lot of different places. Because I helped watch my niece and nephew, and I told them, I said, I don't care what school start in the DMV, you gonna go to one of them. We all gonna work together. Whatever school system start first, that's where you gonna go. Half the kids at the bus stop now, just waiting. But we so excited. She just wanted to come on here and thank you. I'm coming on here to make sure y'all teachers are going to school tomorrow and get these kids, because shutting down the school, that was something. We had to do, a lot of us did the kids' work for them because we didn't want them to mess up. And they say, are you smarter than a fifth grader? A lot of us realized we wasn't, because that was some work. They didn't change a lot of the questions. But you said 190 jobs. They need 190 bus drivers.
If
Lord.
you know somebody in your circle that's looking
I
for
know
a
a whole lot of
job,
people gonna be down at driving the bus.
come
I
on
actually
now.
I drove a bus. I was a school bus driver for about 2 days, and I'm not gonna say they fired me. They released me into my destiny, because saying fired is such a harsh word, but they released me into my destiny. First of all, they're gonna send me out there at 5 o'clock in the morning to pick up some kids, and I saw the kids waving, and I thought they were just waving, being polite, so I just rode on past them. And they didn't give me all the instructions on the job. They told me to pick up the kids and take them to school, and that's what I did. I picked them up. Now I took them to the wrong school, but I figured at least as long as they got to some school, it didn't matter. So I'm definitely gonna tell a lot of my friends about driving this school bus, because that's a lot, 190. But I'll help pick the kids up, because they were like, we don't like to, especially in the winter, they don't like to pick the kids up because of snow on the ground. I said, look, I got a car outside. We will get the kids to school, so there ain't gonna be no problem. You ain't even got to send the bus. We will Uber the kids to school, so that ain't gonna be no problem. But man, these kids, they have been something else. They've been running in and out of the house when they shut the school down. I had to remind my niece and nephew, look, the school is shut down, but the parking lot is still open. You know, you can go still sit in that parking lot and you ain't got to worry. But you know what I noticed? Ain't they child had no stomach ache. Ain't they child been sick since the school been out. All the children have been fine. I'm like, normally when you in school, you would have called me like 3 or 4 times to pick you up. Now all of a sudden you okay. But what messed it up for the parents was, because you know, when these kids go to school, we like to go out and eat. So now a lot of us couldn't even go out and eat. So I had to sit in the garage. I'm in the bathroom trying to eat. I'm just trying to eat. So none of these kids, they be like, we hungry. I be like, look, what time do you eat school at lunch? They be like, we eat lunch at 11 o'clock. Well, that's what time you need to eat lunch here, because you ain't gonna be sitting here running in and out this house all day. I see you, Miss Johnson, Lord, but y'all need to keep on now. Y'all, what was the holiday yesterday? That was the last holiday y'all gonna take. Thanksgiving, Christmas, y'all might as well put that in a wrap. And then the teachers, yes, they can go in the parking lot. And then the teachers, Lord have mercy, some of the work that y'all give now. My nephew, I ain't want to tell him I don't know the answer. As parents, we don't want to be like, look, we don't know the answer. So I have to hit him with, didn't you pay attention in school? Cause I'm like, look, some of the answers my nephew gonna talk about. Well, if I gotta be working at 12 o'clock and I took the bus at 8, and then I had to take a cab, then I had to transfer. What time would that put me at work? I said, you gonna mess around and get fired? Tell me what time you gotta gonna do all that. So I just thank God, Lord. Even the kids in colleges, Lord, it's just a lot. I had one that was away in school, and that's the one that liked the ladies. To my she take my breath away. I said, boy, that ain't nothing but asthma. But when I tell you, I'm just excited. I got a little girl next door. She 5 years old, and 5 year olds are not like the 5 year olds. Y'all remember back in the day, you could hit the kids. Now you can't even hit the kids. And I see that you said you got a stick in there back in the day, because my daughter told me, she's like, look, if you hit us, we can call CPR, CPS. They got the CPS. I said, well, if you call CPS, you're going to need CPR. So you make a decision. But the little girl next door, she 5 year old. And she was like, I don't have no friends. So I've been watching her too. All the kids in the neighborhood like to come over here. They drawing hopscotch in my yard and everything. And I don't want to be mean to the kids because they already know I know the Lord, because I done told them. They hear my music playing. And so she come over there and she's like, I don't have no friends. Will you ride a bike with me? And I was like, I'll go get a bike. And she's like, you too big to ride a bike. And I was like, oh, no, she didn't. So now that I lost a couple pounds, right? I saw the little girl yesterday. I was like, you getting ready for school? I said, you notice anything? She's like, yeah, you done lost some weight. Then I saw her this morning. I said, you notice anything? She said, I ain't gonna keep telling you the same thing, Miss Lewis. I said, yeah, you gotta go on to school. I said, you make sure you don't miss that bus. I'll take her to school. But we just so excited. These kids or something. They've been wanting stuff all year long. But now they giving the child tax credit. I'm like, I can't even qualify for a child tax credit because my kids are all grown now. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to have a baby tonight because they giving $1,400 to have a child. I was like, what? My daughter got her first stimulus check,
No, no,
$1,400. Owe me
no.
money that went and spent it on that iPhone, the new iPhone Pro. I said, what? You got money now. You can give me the money you owe me. Now she told me, I bought the new phone. Then she texted me, telling me, I'm hungry. I said, you better eat the apple off the back of that phone because you won't get no money from me. But I'm just excited. But let me tell y'all, teachers, don't be afraid. Y'all go in here. But it was a blessing for real to be on the Zoom, because I like the Zoom. I even like the Zoom church because in the summertime I could wear my winter clothes. In the wintertime I could wear my summer clothes. I mean, I was sitting on Zoom and a lot of the calls with clothes ain't even fit. I was like, ain't nobody gonna see nothing I got on, especially the church. Tell Bishop I'm really enjoying this. They told me the church gonna open. I'm like, hold on. I've been in church naked. Lord, I just really enjoy myself. Communion time, I'm eating chicken, drinking apple juice. I'm like this. BYOB, bring your own body. I'm just doing all kind of stuff. But let me tell you, I've saved money. I've been eating free ever since, because they got the DoorDash and they got the Instacart now. And so I ordered DoorDash the other day, and they told me that they will bring the food to my porch. I was like, well, I like that. I ain't got to worry about cooking or nothing. And this gonna bless somebody, especially if you got a lot of kids where you can eat free, because they've been dropping the food off at my tire in the car wash. And I was like, Lord, I just thank you.
Wait a minute, Tanya. We got some technical difficulties. You went out. Give me 1 second. Let's see if she comes back in. Please. Okay, she's gonna come back in. She needed a second to get herself together. Tanya is so out of order sometimes. Woo, but laughter is the absolute best medicine during uncertainty. Let me just tell you something. If you have laughter, laughter breeds appreciation, appreciation breeds gratitude, and gratitude does change your mindset. And so on this evening, as we are entering the isn't Tanya? Let me tell you something. Josh and Tanya is off the chain. This is she was exactly what I needed her to be in this moment. We're just gonna give her a few moments to come back in. It was probably that taking communion while I'm naked,
Lord,
Tanya.
Lord, they done. I'm about to say they done cut my phone off.
No, it was.
They done released everything to be cut off now. Before you had to worry about no bill. Now they done lifted the stuff. I said, Lord have mercy. Jesus. The T-Mobile, they cut you off in the middle of a conversation. They'll come through and tell you to wrap the call up. But Lord, I'm back. Lord, I'm back. Let me tell you, because electric bill out here with Smecca, they told me there's like, cause my light bill been $400 since I've been home in this pandemic. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, well, you can't cut it off. They was like, well, send something on the bill. And I did. And they sent some of the lights. Only got lights in the basement and the bedroom right now. So y'all pray for me. Well, I'm excited to be back on here, but I'm excited for y'all teachers to go back. Let me share this with y'all. I actually had, like she said, with the vaccination, and I do believe it's a choice thing because I was like, at first when they talked about the vaccination, I was like, well, I know I ain't want no Johnson and Johnson because they done messed up with the baby powder, and I said they trying to get their money back, so I ain't want that. But I did had to call a few people to they got the vaccinated to make sure that they was all right. So I was calling my grandparents and making sure they could talk and see. I said, "Can you see me, Grandma?" And she was like, "She's still fine," and she got it. But I had to check with a couple people before I decided what I was gonna do, because I had COVID for like back in January, and it was like I operated. I'm real saved and I have faith, but it had me scared for like 5 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I'm a believer in God. I ain't got to worry about nothing. But I did Google how to get to heaven a couple times because I wanted to make sure I was going. And I had people calling me and telling me all kind of different things to do that ain't even had no COVID, but they was telling me what to do. One friend was telling me, push, girl, push. You need to breathe. I said, girl, they said I got COVID. Ain't nobody over here having no baby. But I got through that. And let me tell you, I love the elders and people in my church because they was calling me and they was like, look, long as you got COVID, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You go on Amazon, we're going to send you packages. And that's what they did from my church. They were sending me packages. They was like, long as you got COVID, we're going to take care of you. And I ain't never tell them that I've still got healed from it. A lot of them think I still got it because I was like, this ain't live, is it? Look, they were sending me all kind of packages. They was like, "How long you think you gonna have it?" I said, "Only like 230 days," because them mothers at the church, they be praying, they be and Bishop, and then they tell me they ain't had to pay no bills long as we in the pandemic. And every Sunday, Bishop would come. Oh, we come against COVID, we come against pandemic. I said, "Hold on, Bishop, I need about 2 more weeks. This is working in my favor." Because I just got this house out here in the midst of the COVID and the pandemic. Talking about if I have a credit score of 800, I can get this house. I ain't know they wanted the 800 on one credit report. I thought if I could buy them all together, I'd be all right. So God has been good to me in the midst of the pandemic. We just happy to get these kids off to school. We don't care what school they go to, long as they go to somebody's school. But it's really been like a life lesson to us. So teachers, whatever y'all need, we will be there for you. If y'all need a substitute, somebody to drop the kids, call me. I'll be there in the midst. Sunday school teacher, regular school, all kind of stuff. And the Zoom, I told my because the teachers they would get on the Zoom and they would talk to the kids, and I was like, I ain't gonna keep washing y'all clothes. I told my niece and nephew, I said, the teacher want to know why you got on the same outfit every day. Tell me it's the school uniform. They don't need to keep asking. So they was on there all year with the same outfit on, keep calling, asking questions. But we excited to have y'all. We truly appreciate you all for all y'all that told the people, told the parents. You know, a lot of parents they don't believe that their kids are bad, and you really can't tell the parents that their kids are bad. You got to give hints and stuff. So you can do it in your grading system. Just give them a B, then you can grade the paper, put an A. You got to spell it out because a lot of people don't want to hear. You got to use change the words. Your child is like challenging. But I hope y'all enjoyed your holiday yesterday because that will be the last one that you all have. So I appreciate you all for coming on. I'm trying to read what they're saying. Just know that the teachers, yeah, we just want to make sure that y'all and it's okay to spray the kids and Lysol, but they should be quiet. They don't they gotta wear masks. So it should be y'all ain't gonna even know who has the kids on anyway. So the kids they coming back in masks. I told my niece and nephew, you better not call. You gotta threaten them. You better not call up in that class because ain't nobody coming to get you. I gotta change my number tomorrow too when they go back because I don't want them to call me. I'm gonna put down the church number. So you get some extra calls. But thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it. You know I'm gonna vote for you. I'm always in St. Mary's, but you know I still got an ID with PG on it. I'm still gonna vote. I keep a driver's license in every state I live in. Never know when I might need it.
Oh, you so crazy. Don't say it out loud, Tanya. Don't say it out loud. Ooh, let me tell you something. Tonight, thank you so much, Tanya. You are absolutely hilarious and out of order all at the same time. But this is just exactly what I believe that our educators and our parents needed to hear as we are entering into the beginning of the school year. Laughter, to me, as I said, is laughter truly does heal a multitude of things. And I thank you so very much for sharing your gift with us on this evening. Our educators are here. And if you're just joining, again, my name is Nakia Wright. I am a candidate running for county council in District 6. And while I did not specify, if you live in District 6, please, if you're an educator that lives in District 6, sending your name, Prince George's County. I am Prince George's County proud, and we are one. And I wanted to make sure that I blessed the educators going back, because as we've lived through a year of virtual learning, we have a greater appreciation for our educators. So thank you all so very much for teaching our children. I am actually about to do a drawing um, for educators. And I'm so grateful. We had over 50 educators to send in their names, or you were recommended by someone. Thank you so very much. You saw the need that we had for our campaign, just to make sure that we let educators know that I see you. And I want you to know that you are our heroes and you are our MVPs and you are necessary as it pertains to the success of our future leaders. So, educators, be encouraged. Parents, have some grace on your patience this school year. We're all living through a time that we've never lived in before. And so, in a time that we've never lived in before, in our first moment, we won't always get it right, because we're human, and humans, we're imperfect creatures. But it does not mean that we did not give it our absolute best. So please have some grace as we navigate through this time, and know that, again, if you live in Prince George's County, there's a shortage of 190 bus drivers. If you need a job, or if you want to reskill or upskill, go to the Prince George's County Public School page and apply for these positions. We need you. Our school system needs you. There's so many positions that are available. And in order to make this year a success, we grow stronger together. Let's unite as a community. This is what a neighborhood is. This is what Prince George's Proud does. We all come together to answer a problem. We are our own solutions. So again, go to the Prince George's County Public School webpage. There are some positions that are available. And listen, great benefits. I'm not doing a shameless plug. I don't work for the school system, but I do know that our future leaders matter. Coming behind me, you're teaching the ones that are going to be coming behind me. I just want to make sure that they have everything that they need in order to be an absolute success. So let's go ahead and start this drawing, because we're going to conclude this moment. And while I'm mixing up the names, shout out to Samaje. He cut up all the names and got my mixing bowl from upstairs and put them in here. I do want to thank those young ladies who have their own businesses. That's PS Soy Candles. If you know their social media handles, can you please drop them in the comment section? They donated, and Guru Luru, they donated all of the self-care items that will be in the box for our educators. So I'm going to draw 3 names on today. And again, we had over 50 submissions. So I am so grateful. And it's my heart's desire, educators, that you know that tonight that we saw you, that we are rooting for the absolute best school year that you've ever experienced. And we, as parents, as community leaders, as residents of Prince George's County, we are going to extend some grace on our patients as we learn how to navigate through times we've never lived in before. So, drum roll, please. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The first name that I pulled is Demi, and her social media handle is, okay, drive that. Okay, I'm gonna just type it in. Okay, the social media handle is drive that Q HOE. That's her social media handle. Her first name is Demi. So Demi will DM you to let you know that you won one of our
That ain't
educators.
self-holding.
No, I don't know if I said it right. I apologize. So that's why I spelled it. So let me just drive THTQUIAHOE. That's you won the first drawing. And maybe it's pronounced a certain way. You know how quinoa and you know um acai, like it said, it's spelled one way, but you pronounce it another
Hmm.
way. Maybe that's
But
what
the
that social.
last three is the same, universal.
Yeah. Put yourself back on mute, Tanya. Put yourself back on mute. The next drawing is a young lady by the name of Karen Richards, and her social media. Oh, I said it right. Okay, Jamal. Thank you. And her Demi, you've won one of our self-care boxes. Please DM us so we can make sure that we get this box to you. The second person is Karen Richards, and her social media handle is CHARDAEK1. Karen Richards, congratulations. You are the second person to win our self care box. And last but certainly not least, actually, I can do four. I'm sorry. I have enough to do four boxes. And they're absolutely boxes that I know that will enrich your day and be an excellent conclusion to the end of a school day. The third box is H. Erica White. I went to high school with her. H. Erica White, you are our third winner of the self care boxes for educators. Again, please DM us and let us know how we can get this package to you. And last but certainly not least, we have Alexia Curtin. You are our fourth and final participant drawing for the educator boxes. Alexia Curtin. Thank you so very much for every entry we received. Again, we had over 50 educators submit their name for tonight's drawing. Please know that Nakia R. Wright, wishes you an absolutely phenomenal, highly successful school year. To every student listening, you are our future leaders. You are our shining stars. We are looking forward to you having the greatest year that you've ever experienced before. To our parents, thank you so very much for trusting our school system to educate and teach and pour into your children. I know that you have mixed emotions as well, sending your children back during a time that we've never lived in before and keeping them home. Some of us realize that we do not have the wherewithal to teach virtual learning, and it's okay. Some of us cannot do it. I think I said this earlier. I'm grateful that all of my children had graduated during the time of virtual learning. And if you are a parent that's sending your child back to school, again, with the school bus drivers, with the teachers, with the administrators, with the principals, I'm just going to ask you to extend a little grace. The first week may be extremely difficult, and it's going to take all of us to make sure that it's an absolute success. So, thank you again for joining us on this evening. If you live in Bowie, Mitchellville, Upper Marlboro, Capitol Heights, Forestville, District Heights, Kettering, Largo. Please know that I am running for County Council for District 6. This is my plug right here. And I'm looking forward to over the next year. The election is not to June 28th, 2022. But I'm looking forward to over the next year getting to know you more as I work to govern the great district of District 6, the heart of Prince George's County. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, educators. Go out and be the best you can be and have an absolutely phenomenal school year. Tanya, thank you for offering us the gift of you. You said some unforgettable things, and laughter does heal a multitude of moments. So thank you for bringing your gift to everyone listening on this evening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, have a great evening. Thank you for joining us. And please remember to share this on your social media page. Thank you.